produced. High Energy is a food of choice for hunters during the working season.
I'm Scott, and this is Vega. I'm the co-founder and chairman of Next Level Pet Food. If you have any questions about any of our products, go to our website, online chat, phone call, email. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. Really do appreciate your consideration and business.
Back with the MSSA National Finals in Afton, Wyoming. I'm here with Chuck representing Nutrina here at the National Finals. Chuck, appreciate your time. It's always good to see you here at these finals. Tell us again why it's so important for Nutrina to have a presence here at this event.
No, absolutely. Yeah, we enjoy coming up here. We really like this, Steve. They invite us up. Coming into these family events, that's us. We're a family business. We're a family company. We have the dog food out there. But we also have all the different types of feeds available. But if we can get involved in family events, that's what this is about. We really enjoy it. You know, we've got the different dog foods. We're giving a few different things away for all the kids that are wandering around. And if we can help get more and more kids involved in this, I think it's going to be a success all the way around.
It's always about the next generation, right, and the future. And it's not just the families that are here, but you're talking the dogs and everything. And Nutrina has such a great line of products that you guys offer for these dogs.
Yeah, we do. We actually, when it comes to these dogs, these are animals. These are athletes. These are great athletes. They work so hard. You've got to be able to feed them properly. You know, the true dog food fits really well for them. It's going to give their energy. It's going to get them back in the game quicker, has quicker recovery time. And what you see a lot of times, just like any athlete, they need that energy level up, and they've got to be able to perform when the time comes. So that's where True comes in. We have the True Mean in there, and that's really about taking care of the gut health. And we're going to take the time and really get that absorption into their system, and that's going to keep their energy rolling throughout the day. And that's what we want to see. But also, it helps with their immune health, because like anything else, it starts with your gut, whether it be you or me or the dogs or your horse. If you keep that gut healthy, the rest of you is going to be healthy. And if it could help their immune system, that is our goal. So that's why it really fits into with this program.
Perfect. That's Chuck from California and Nutrina. If you plan on joining us in Afton, Wyoming for the National Finals, make sure you come talk to Chuck and bring your kids. He has all kinds of great gifts, freebies given away, hats, frisbees, tennis balls. The kids and the dogs will like the tennis balls. So come out and see Chuck at Nutrina at the MSSA National Finals.
Performance Plus is a really unique formula, maybe one of my favorite formulas in our entire lineup. It contains 26% crude protein, 16% crude fat, 370 calories per cup. It contains both glucosamine and chondroitin, supporting long-term joint health for your dog. It also contains our VX Advantage, which is a proprietary blend of vitamins and minerals, including selenium yeast as a sole source of added selenium, prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics, all working together in conjunction to support long-term digestive and immune system health. Next Level as a brand has made the commitment to control macro minerals, most especially calcium. We take calcium to levels significantly below FDA maximums that research has shown to support long-term whole body health of your dog.
It's a long haul to Afton, but for folks like Irby and Jerry, the National Stock Dog Finals are worth it.
Yeah, they do it right. They have good people running it, and they always have good cattle. And then it's kind of a vacation. We just like to come up here and enjoy the area.
We came, what, 1,200 miles?
12, 13, it takes us 3 days to get here, but it's worth it.
Catch Irby and Jerry and more in Afton, Wyoming for the Mountain State Stock Dog Association Finals. 10 years in and the largest in the country.
Country Vet Naturals dog food is crafted for hard-working dogs, packed with high-quality protein, essential vitamins and minerals. It's designed to fuel their energy and endurance. No fillers, no artificial additives, just pure natural nutrition for your loyal partner. Our formulas support your dog's digestive health, ensuring they can thrive at their best with comfort and ease. Country Vet Naturals gives your dog the strength and stamina to perform their best. Because when the job's tough, they deserve the best. Power your dog's performance with Country Vet Naturals.
For Lorena from Idaho, the National Stock Dog Finals are about good people, fair runs, and a reason to come back year after year.
It's just a big family, so it's always fun to come visit with friends. But then the competition, Steve works really, really hard to have even cattle, so the competition feels pretty doggone fair as it can be.
Catch Lorena and more in Afton, Wyoming at the Mountain State Stock Dog Association Finals. 10 years in and the largest in the country.
Okay, your handlers are going to come in, you guys. This is the best March. How many handlers do we have? 18, 21. How many do we have? 21 open handlers. These are the ones, the best out of 86 handlers that's been here. They're going to call for the cattle. They're going to set out 3 cattle. 3 cattle are going to come on down. They're going to send their dogs down for these 3. They have to come through the left side and out the front. They then must push these 3 cattle all the way in. All the way in, as far as they can go. Right there. As soon as they do that, march up there. Are you going to tell them for cattle? Or the handler's going to wait for their next set of cattle. Now the dog's got to leave these 3 and go back and get those 2. He's then got to bring those 2 cattle up here. It doesn't matter where they go, while these ones are still here. If these get out, that's their own fault. We've got to put it back in. Those 2 cattle are then going to work together and go in with these 3 to make 5. As soon as all of them are in there, our lovely Judge Marge is going to say, "You're pinned." Then all 5 of them got to come out. They must enter this end of the obstacle. You got it, Ellie. You're doing great. And go out the left side. Then the handler's still behind the line, you guys. The line is the number 3 to this 3rd pillar. They've got to go up through number 4. On that entrance, and they get their points on the other side. All 5 cattle. If they do have the chance to take 4 cattle, they're going to drop points. Then the handler's going to stay behind this line, and he's going to pin all 5 cattle unassisted into this pen. I should have rode shorter horses. And a girl, Ellie. Once all 5 cattle are inside the pen, he's free to walk up here and open this gate. And all 5 cattle will come out. You okay? Then they have to shut this gate. and load all 5 cattle in the right side of number 6. Once all 5 cattle are loaded, they are going to store 1 here, 1 to that side. The 3rd one's got to go here. Go ahead, Ellie. The 4th one's going to go like Ellie is. That a girl, and the 5th one's going to go like that. That's going to stop the time. That's about as good an open course as we can make for them. We hope you guys enjoy it. How about a round of applause for the Cowboys?
Okay, surprise for the handlers. They changed it to an 8-minute time frame. So everybody can be happy to have an extra minute. Okay, so first up on the open cattle finals is Jeannie Biggers and Fat. On deck, Brian Jacobson Jolene. In the hall, Sarah Jo Gum and J.C. Digger.
All right, we're fixing to kick off the open. We just kicked it off. There's Jenny Biggers' first team out. A lot of surprises here in the open. This 8-minute course, and the reason is there's a double lift, there's 2 pins, there's a sort, working 5 head on the second, on the third, and 4th, 5th, 6th obstacle. Jenny got one through the fetch. I don't know if she's going to move on or just try to send them back. We'll see. 8 minutes. Got to bring them up through 1 on the right side and then through the middle. Bring them up here to number 2 and pin them. Hold them 3 and then call for 2 more. You don't have to bring the other 2 through the fetch. You just got to go get them and pin them with the other 3. Then they start 3, go through obstacle 3, in, up the top, out the left side to the Y. And through 4 in the middle, up here in this little pin, through 1 hole. It's got a no gate on it, it's open. While they're in there, all 5 head, you open the top gate and come out the top gate. Can't blow out the back. Can't leave, can't go in number 6 till they all get out of 5. So it's a difficult course, and we're going to see what happens here. Crown our national champion, 2025 Mountain State Stock Dog National Finals, the 10th anniversary edition. All right, she got him pinned. She dropped some at the fetch. All right, gives the dog a look back. 2 more head. Can't tell you exactly what the points are here. They're going to be splitting some points because of the 5 head instead of 3. There were 45 points for 3. So we'll be dividing the points up. Got the clear, it means she's pinned. I walk up, bring them out. Safe? No, one went out. I thought she was going to make a save there. Now they're dirty. She's got to bring them out. Got all 5 of them out through the third obstacle over here. And then she's got one wants to run off. Got 5 head to contend with instead of 3. And she's at 5:20 of an 8-minute course.
Do you hear the static? Oh wait, do you need any batteries or anything? Okay, is this one? This one kept beeping. Oh yeah, it does that. Okay.
We're at 36, so we're okay. But maybe some a little later would be nice.
Bro, the second I need my...
Yeah, because all of a sudden...
Great dog work, Jeannie Biggers and Bath. A score of 210. Next up, we have Brian Jacobs and Jolene. On deck, Sarah Jo Gom and JC Digger. In the hall, Stockton Wight and MISR Sticks.
Because the audio was at that camera.
Okay. All right. We had a little technical difficulty with the headsets. I hope we got it fixed. Sounds better. So, all right. Brian Jacobs had 3 cows through the fetch into the pen, and then he's trying to bring them all 5 toward 3 down here. Been a little sticky up top. This is Jolene. Brian Jacobs, 20-second callback. All right, you got 5 head through there. Ooh, they want to spread out and run on him. Better regroup. Sitting under the grandstands here is a little cool. Outside in the sunshine, it's pretty warm, or it feels warmer. Sitting under here is pretty cool. All right, Brian's doing a good job. He's got them through there. Comes my IT guy again. I don't know if we're hot or not. I may be talking to air. I'm good? Okay, he says I'm good. I don't have my phone on. I grouped up, shouldered up. Jolene come by here. Got to put them in that little bitty hole over there, 4-foot entrance. All 5 must be in the pen. Once they get them all 5 in that pen, he can open the gate at the top, take them out the top, shut the gate, and then you got to take them into 6 in the far right hole and separate them, 1 to the south, 1 to the north, and then till they're all gone. Got one in there, maybe trying to use her as bait. We just get one to poke her head in there and let the rest of them turn the face to it. We can make it follow the leader in there. You get out of the hole. All right. Brian Jacobs and Jolene have got him in the pen. He's got to hold the hole there. There's no gate. Got to let him out. He got to stay behind the line too. He can't walk up there and assist there. Got to use the dog. He's got time. He's got 2 minutes to shut the gate, put him in the far right, and then sort them. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Those got to come out. We got to wheel them back around, put them right back in there. All right, one out this side. Touch and go. That's a pretty big hole, 6 foot. Oh, that would have been a good move. Get rid of them. Get out of the way. When they start running, if they'll split right, if they'll take the hint. Jolene. No time to get in a hurry. 7:21. Brian Jacobs is a full score. And 7:21.
That was some great dog work. Brian Jacobs and Jolene. Full points of 270 at a time of 7:21. Next up, we're going to have Verona Butler, Stockton Wight,
All right, up next we got Sergio Gom and J.C. Digger from Arlington, Washington. We're going to be here a while. It's an 8-minute course, 23 handlers. We're going to push in 7:30 tonight before we get out of here. All right, she calls for her cattle. She's got on a sparkly belt, and every time that red blinks, I think she's got a blinking red light. J.C. Digger's off and running. Cattle coming up the pen. Got to send them on the right side, north side. Got a wheel, got one split. That ain't no good. Got to redo. Now, we've held these cattle. They haven't been in here today. We've had some other events, but this set of cattle hadn't been in here today. But they have been in here this week, so they know the pattern, not the course, but the pattern. So it's basically, if it's changed, you do a panel here and a panel there. So they kind of know, they know where the exhaust is, so you got to hold them off the exhaust because they're a little bit heavy to the exhaust. Uh-oh. Blackie side, he go back around the other way. He's okay. Okay, she gives up the 10, or the cow. I don't know how many points. 15, I think. One is in clean. Follow the leader. Hurry. There, good job. She get her done. Here's Tyson Hepworth. He's coming to relieve me. Huh?
What's best for you?
It don't matter. I'm good. We got our headsets a while ago. They blowed up in my ears. Yeah, they went off. Yeah, we had an IT problem. Yeah.
Like we were like halfway through the very last round.
Yeah. Oh, well, she finally got her fetched and got these two released to her. Got them pinned in number 2. Got one sneaking out. Okay. I would tell you I'd move. You could have his chair, but it's mine. I like it. Yeah. Uh-oh. So you got your headsets on. You have to hold it down. It's kind of been quirky.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, it's been
you
a
hear
little
me now?
quirky. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it is a little.
So I've got everything except where is the handler's line now?
The handler line, yeah, the handler line is 3 and 3, so it's off the third buck and shoot post right there to the third beam.
Oh, okay, I see the number
over
now.
here in
okay. All right. Now once they walk up and open the gate at 5, does the handler line change?
Yes.
Because I saw Brian Jacobs come straight across here.
Yes. So as soon as they pin at 5, it now moves the handler line to the front of that pin.
Okay.
So they can skirt the front of the pin across this way.
Yep. Okay.
But if something comes out, they have to shut the gate, take everything out, reload, back from the original handler's line.
Right. All right. So we've got 8 minutes here. She's 3:48, 9, 10, 5 counting.
She's coming in. She's 21st. She's got a 10:55. So kind of a handy thing that we get right here. I noticed a little bit ago on our big scoreboard in here, it tells us the time she needs to take first place.
Yep, I was telling Verona come sit with me a little bit in the nursery early on, and I was telling her a couple years ago, maybe last year, I don't remember, I had pen and paper trying to figure all that, and I was like, this is hard.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
We did that at the sheep arena and for the last 2 days in the finals.
Yep.
And that's a lot of calculating and pen than everything else, like you say.
So, you know, what's your thinking if you're Sarah Joe and you come in here at 21st and you need a time of 5:12 to move to the lead, which that means you were behind Brian enough that he jumped, so he had a good run. So, you know, finish the course. And
that's a great question, because we've had 2 runs, one finished, one not finished.
Yeah.
So what's going to be the consistent thing through the class?
I mean, you know, if you realistically, I rodeoed for years, and you come in, you make the short go, and you're 8 seconds behind, you're not going to win. There's too many at the top that's going to do something that's going to keep you from winning.
Exactly.
So you're about your only chance here that would be to try to win the round.
That's exactly what I think.
That's what I would do. I've just tried to do the best I could, as fast as I could, and try to win the day money here, you know, in a short go.
I agree with that. I think at this point, depending on where you are coming in, I think you need to probably shoot your shot and go see what you can pull out right now.
You know, if you're 21st, 22nd, I mean, probably 15 back, it may be even higher than that.
Yeah.
You're playing for day money.
That's right.
Too many good ones at 10 up.
Yes.
You know,
and the interesting,
too many minutes on you.
Yeah, and the interesting part, I had a situation a few years ago where I came in 25th, and I was in 25th place by a second. And I, you know, at that point, you're just shooting. Like I say, I ended up winning the round, the championship round, and that held me in first place until the last 5 dogs.
Well,
and then I ended up placing 5th overall, but that's kind of the spot I think you're at right now.
I come in, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe 4, I don't know, brought my old dog, and she'd placed, and she made the short go as the last callback. We're at the bottom. So, and it was the first year that I think he had a double lift. We finished the course pretty fast, and you know, through 10, 11, 12, 15, I'm still winning.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're going to give this thing to me before it's over. But then the reality hit, you know. But I did finish 8th. So we went from 20, I think it was 26 dogs that year, all the way to 8th place.
Yeah.
You know, things have happened.
That is right. And by doing that, and that's kind of the interesting part, by going down and taking your chance and maybe throwing down something that's fairly fast, all of a sudden the pressure rises on all those guys ahead of you too. You know, and so if you can just put that pressure on them, that sometimes can hold you up
These
there.
These boogers have, I think she's got to unload them. They went in the right
Yeah.
hole, but I don't think she had her gate closed before the first one went in. I think she's going to bring them out.
I was going to say, and I did not.
I kind of heard that.
I wasn't over
I was
there.
listening to Steve when he was talking about it. If you don't have your gate closed, so yeah, she's got to bring them out.
Yeah.
But man, if she could have got that gate closed, because they went
they
in there.
did. They went straight for that gate. But the nice part is right here too.
They're just
holding up.
Yeah.
But on
the bad part is you got 15 seconds.
Yes. And that's the other hard part about them holding up.
Is there pin points at 6 or just sort points?
So it's just sort points.
Pin points are here.
Yeah. Well.
Really? I mean, you get points for pinning them.
Technically.
But you still got to pin them.
Yes. So for 5 and 6, it's the whole combination of pinning and sorting.
Yeah.
Is your point.
I was just trying to calculate points from the first 3. You know, it's 45 points an obstacle, and then you got to break that down. Is it 9 points? So is
it's
divided down to 9.
Yeah. Once you're up to 5, it's 9 points.
That's okay. Well, it would be 9 points from 3 on.
It's 9 points all the way through. Because you're
okay, so those count too?
Yes. Well, actually, so it's got to be, because you only get your fetch points on your 3 head.
Yep.
So they've got to be worth more.
That's why I was trying to figure out how you did.
So they're worth 15 points ahead. Then your number 2 is not pointed until you enter the pin until you exit the pin on the far end.
With all 5 up there.
Okay. With all 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so from 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they're 9 ahead.
Yep. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit of bookkeeping up there for the scorekeeper.
Yeah, it will be.
All right.
So Stockton doing a good job this year with this young dog too.
Yep. Now
making him way back.
I talked to Steve. I picked his dog out the first day. I liked that dog. Second day, I watched him sheep. Everything was good. I liked that dog. And then I talked to Stockton yesterday. But I think this is a litter mate.
This is. Yep, this is a litter mate to Jace.
Yep.
Which it's a little. They're fairly similar, and you see a lot of stuff that they do the same.
Yeah.
But Sticks is a little. He's a little different, a little bigger, a little heavier set as far as his phenotype.
Yeah.
But they work differently.
Like I said, there are some similarities that crawl with their butt up and that kind of stuff. They both exhibit that. I talk about somebody else's dog.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just picked that one Steve ran. I saw both of them first day. I liked that dog before I knew. But then I got to looking at them. I thought they got to be litter mates.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of same things, similar things, but enough to set them apart also.
Yeah.
And that Stockton calls that his half down. When he'll get down on his front end and leave his butt in the air.
Yeah.
He says that's his half down.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But Stockton he's done all the work on this dog. He's put a lot of time and a lot of effort on him.
Awesome.
And done really well with him.
Awesome.
So he is, I believe he's a Stan. He's a Stan out of, I want to say Trixie or Dixie or
Trix, I think. He said that he bought this dog.
Yeah, I think it's Trixie.
Had one litter out of it.
Yep.
She passed away. So they only had the one litter.
Yes. And she, in her own right, Craig Balls ran her, and Craig did a really good job in the intermediate. He was novice and intermediate, I believe, with this dog's mother. And a really nice dog too.
Yep.
I believe, and I might be lying. DJ Anderson might be able to correct me on it if he's listening, but I believe Ricky and Sticks and Jace have the same mother.
Okay. Now I got a report earlier today that it's going to snow tomorrow.
That's what they're saying. Ooh, he's got to get out here.
I know. He can save this cow right here.
Yeah, I think he did.
I do too. Give it to him.
Yeah,
half a cow counts.
That's right. And tailheads again. Tailheads are what we. And so, nice job that calf stopped and turned on its hind ends rather than on its front end.
Yeah.
Actually, my wife, we had to run to our house and do a couple things real quick in between classes, and she was reading to me that we're supposed to get 3 to 4 inches of snow at 6,000 feet and above.
Where's that at?
We're sitting at 6,200 right here. So, yeah, so we're supposed to get 3 to 4 inches of snow here. Yeah.
What time?
Tonight sometime.
Oh, snot.
Or no, sorry. Today's Saturday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're supposed to get that. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, I'll be gone. That's what I was trying to figure.
I'll
be gone. I'll be gone. I'm headed to lower elevation.
No, that's a great time to start migrating out of here.
Yeah.
A lot of other people would probably like to do the same thing, me included, but.
Yeah. You still stay in the winter?
We do. Yeah, we stay all winter long. We feed with a team and sleigh.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're just getting ready. We'll start cutting hay with the team also, so we
old school.
Yeah. But anymore, the cost of things, you got to try and do your best to keep costs down, and that's one way we can do it. So
you think that's more cost efficient than the tractors and maintenance? And
I do.
And I mean, like, how many acres do you put up that way?
We'll do anywhere between 40 to a couple hundred if we have to, but usually we're only putting up about 40 to 80 acres that way.
Okay.
And so, but we can do about 40 acres on roughly 5 gallons of gas. So it's quite a bit cheaper than diesel in a tractor.
Yeah, and what's the gas for?
The gas will run our mower. We have a new mower that we got this year that Our mower's not ground driven. It'll run on a 9 horsepower gas motor.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So
yeah, just makes it a little easier on the horses, so we can keep them out a little longer.
And only experience I have with that is some of the Amish in our part of the country.
Yeah,
have a what's a cart that goes in front of them?
Yeah, 4-cart.
4-cart.
Yep.
And so they use gasoline engines.
Yeah, and some of those 4-carts are sometimes those 4-carts themselves have the motor and a PTO and things like that directly on them, and sometimes all that stuff is contained onto the implement itself, but just depends on what type and kind you're using.
Different parts of the country do it different way, don't they?
That they do. Yeah, that they do.
Everything was going pretty good right here for old Stockton till it wouldn't.
Yeah, until all of a sudden he had to load them all one at a time.
Yeah.
And the downside of that is just the time that it eats up.
Yeah. That's a pretty little hole.
Yeah, it is.
4-foot walk through.
Yes. And it's on an angle from where they're coming in.
Yeah.
And then it's not flat on front of that either. It kind of bows out towards them. So.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of trading off and on which one decides to start moving around the pen.
Yep, that's just making a merry-go-round out of it.
Yeah. He's still the 6:30, so he's got a minute and a half to be able to at least try and get him there.
He needs something good to happen right here.
Yeah, he does. And he took a little bit of a chance on 3 here. He had 1 go out the end, so he only pointed on 4 calves coming through 3.
Yeah.
And that's kind of banking on the assumption of getting it done with the most amount of points.
Yeah.
This calf has tried every angle but the right one.
Yeah, he's made up his mind he ain't going in there.
Yeah. Every time this calf turns around, though, he turns with his face towards the dog instead of turning his face around. But if Stockton in the next 30 seconds can maybe somehow get this calf inside there. You know, and I'm pretty partial to Hereford cattle, but
not that one.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Might right here. Oh, dang it! Just running out of time.
Yep.
But that's the design of this one. It takes time. It takes time to do it.
So originally they said we were going to go 7 minutes on this course, and they had a little powwow and decided 8. I think that was probably a good decision by the 4 runs I saw so far.
I was going to say, so far that probably was, wasn't it?
Yeah, how come you ain't got on a coat? I got on a vest and a shirt, and then I went and got this coat put on a while ago.
You know, these bleachers right here are like a little ice box too, though.
Yeah, this wind tunnel helped it.
Yeah. I can't tell you what direction that wind's coming from either. Right there. Yeah.
On deck, Shane, Ellenwood, and Height. In the hole, Tammy Yos and Casey.
Don't make a rat which way I block it, it still.
Yeah, still gets there, doesn't it?
Yeah. This Sarah Joe Combmes and Pace, he had 2 dogs in the finals. Sarah Joe's a retired ER doctor.
And she was second in with Digger, right? Is that? And Pace, kind of her old tried and true dog. She's been trialing Pace for a long time.
Okay.
Just a little wide right there. And I think more often than not, Sarah Joe's usually in this finals.
Yeah,
I can't think of a finals round that I haven't seen Sarah Joe in. goes. Getting a little bit back on pace, or back in order right here. Yeah.
I got gloves in my pocket, and I'm thinking about putting them on.
Well, I'll give you one even better than that. My boy and Stone and a couple of their other friends, they just headed over. My wife just drove them over here to a bridge on the Salt River. They're going to go jump off the bridge into the water. So,
yeah, I wondered about that boy.
If it makes any consolation, I wonder about him sometimes too.
Stockton said he was the smartest one of the bunch.
That might be true.
Well, now you give me doubts.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago, I was over at Zeke's, and Zeke, how about going fishing? Okay. You know how Zeke is. All right, let's go.
Oh yeah, he's ready to roll.
And I said, man, I got some flip-flops and a pair of shorts. He said, you'll freeze to death. What do you mean? He said, that water's cold. It come off a mountain. It's all that snow water.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm out. Because I've often told my wife, we're going to cruise or go in the river. I don't care if the water's below whatever, 30, whatever it is to make it cold. Don't worry about me. I died. I can't take cold water.
Yeah. If you're in that water, it definitely cools you off really quick. I'll bet you in that river going through here, even in our hottest day, it's probably only about 45 degree water.
Negative. I'm out. So we come from Alpine the other day, me and wife loafing around, and we took a saltwater access road. The one that comes around by Zeke's. I said, I bet that goes by Zeke's.
Yep.
And Salt River, is that the Salt River right down there?
Yep. The Salt River is
Does it run behind his place?
It does. Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
So that's what he was talking about fishing in.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So the Salt River, that's the big river that runs from the south end, clear at the south of the valley, runs all the way through and down to Alpine and ties into the Grays River and into the Snake River.
Yeah. Okay, we went up Grays River Road the other day.
Yes.
A little piece, and you probably know we was a little piece up in there, that little dirt road, and a pot truck come out from up there, and coming on behind it was a couple loads of horses. So were they gathering cattle up there? Maybe.
No, those are probably dude horses or outfitter horses that they're taking day rides and different things like that.
What was that pot truck doing up there, coming out from up there?
They were probably dumping cattle off up there, though.
Dumping them out.
Yeah, if it was
for summer grazing.
Yep.
Okay.
For summer grazing.
All right, she's worked this around. This took her a while, but she's gonna get the fetch.
Yeah, she's got it all finished up right there.
Yeah.
She's got this bally face cap here that looks like he's got an eyebrow on one side. But yeah, so that's all of these, all the hills around here all are forest, so they have grazing permits and that on them. So that's what they're doing. They're taking out permit cattle.
Okay. Now they tell me that you can go up a trail down there close to the ice cream shop, up and over the mountain, and there's sheep camps up there. So they're grazing sheep on the other side of those hills.
Oh yeah. There's sheep permits up on this side too. Most sheep permits are here to the west of us. There's probably, me and Steve were actually talking just the other day, from Alpine down to the south end of this valley. There's almost probably 200,000 head of sheep.
Wow.
That summer up here too.
How come we ain't seen none of them over
there? Because they're long ways up there. Yeah,
they're got some binoculars in the buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing to us, a different atmosphere of agriculture around here.
Yep.
And livestock.
Well, and until you're actually up and in those mountains and in those, there's so many acres of up and down elevation, and I mean, there's the amount of acres and space that are up there just kind of blows you away.
Yeah. It's kind of like that deal. It's rather on an acre of flat ground or an acre of hill.
Yep.
Well, the hill got more ground on it.
That's right.
Surface area.
Yeah. Nobody. A lot of people don't take into account, like say, the elevation, the ground that's in the elevation.
Yeah.
Sarah Joe's going to let these guys go back down here and group them all back up and then start them all over again. There, looking in the right direction right here, though. Yeah, starting to look a little better. Just getting out in front of her again. Yeah, nice job though. That's you get 5 head out here too, and it's always kind of amazing how much more space you have to watch with 5 head than you do 3 head. Absolutely. All of that, many more parts and pieces that you have to watch.
I hope that goes in the right direction. They follow.
It looks like it, but these two are getting wide. Oh, they tucked in.
Yeah.
Nice job for Sarah Joe there. I thought that one coming in the back, I thought was going to nose out right there, but and looking in a really good. Now all of a sudden, no, she's got pace too long down there though. Yeah. Just on the wrong side of these guys. But they just about, if she could have held pace up and got him here on a come by command, would have helped her cause out a little bit, but yeah. And that's a bad spot to have a calf stuck right there too, is in that little V of the obstacle. Did they say there's 21 in the finals?
The paper that the photographer had 23 on it.
Had 23 on it, okay. That's, I thought I had heard 23. And that's Sarah Joe just gonna time out there. Yeah. A little too much to do and not enough time.
All right, good try.
So how long of a drive is it for you out here?
28 hours.
28 hours. That's a lot of dang driving.
Every year we go, me and Mike Thompson, we go out to Roy's a couple of days the week before this. And it's 14 hours to Roy's all I can do. That's all I can get done. I can't make it no shorter. But we go out there and stay a couple of days and work dogs. And it breaks up the monotony by driving one day and then a couple of days rest and then coming on out here. It's still a 14-hour day because Mike Thompson knows every pig trail from here to there, and he takes them.
And he takes it.
Yeah. This year, got to give him credit. We did come through Denver, and there's an airport bypass there. We hit, come around. It was pretty smooth.
That was pretty nice.
But it's still a 14.5-hour day.
Yeah.
And then that third day, 6 hours, which makes it we can get here and rest and goof off.
Yep.
But going home now, I get homesick. The closer home I get, the homesicker I get.
Yes. Yeah, that's for sure.
We drove home in 2 days last year. I don't know if I'm that tough anymore.
That last year took it out of you for this year.
Yeah.
Well, next in we got Shane, Ellenwood, and Ike. Shane's had a pretty darn good finals. A little tough luck in his final rounds though, but I think about everything he's made it into his final rounds at least.
And is this his first year in Open? Or second?
I was thinking about that.
I think it's his first year in Open.
I think it is his first year in the Open. Yeah. Yeah, but he had, I think he had a really good intermediate year last year.
He did. He won something.
Yeah. Well, that's what moved him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what landed him here anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so a good job for him getting into the Open and making that all work well enough to get into his final rounds again.
Right.
But this Ike dog is a pretty darn nice dog. And Shane handles him pretty well. And I've been trying to think of where Banner, that one just not wanting to actually take
Well, he just kind of hung his dog back there and was like, I hope they go in there. But,
yeah, I was going to say,
cattle, you got to make them put their nose where it goes.
Yeah, and especially in your finals, I mean, you got to make sure everything is there. Every T is crossed and every I is dotted.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough time to try and recover from that either. And he's got these two on a good trot, and they're looking nice going into here.
That'll help the cause.
Yeah, a little bit of bait there and trot them all the way down.
Uh-oh, get on in there.
Yeah, he's got to get them all the way in, and the pin is pinned right there.
Now,
there they go. But now, as we were talking earlier, now the points for number 2 do not come until they exit clear out here at the end of these silver panels too.
Okay.
So right there is where the last calf out starts making points.
Good boy.
Ooh. Nice job right there. And you're kind of flirting on a fine line here too of you need a little bit of excitement to get these cattle moving.
Yeah.
But only if they can stay contained.
Yeah.
And I think Shane's right on the edge of this of
flirting with disaster.
Yes, if these guys there's a couple of them in there that worry me a little bit. If he gets too much going, might just leave him.
Right here's not a good deal
this is
either.
a tough deal right there.
They hooked it left and draw that other one out.
And again, the tough part sounds like somebody's beating a drum.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the microphone, the speaker system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried would happen with this little group if they got a little excited about what they were doing.
That can get annoying.
Yeah, that it can. I don't know if anybody else hears it but us in the stands too. The people that can control it maybe can't hear it.
Where are they at?
In the crow's nest, I believe. I think Shane is just going to say well enough is good on 3 too. Is what it looks like.
My question is the judge going to say that was a retry?
That's a good question.
I would have been hard enough fire. I'm going on.
Yeah, and I didn't hear anything from Shane or anything said, but
it looks like he is going on.
That's what I'm guessing. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you.
The drum has stopped. Ooh.
Yeah.
And Ike getting there. That's looking better. Yeah, and it's a hard thing when you get 1 or 2 of them. If he could have got that one in the pen, it would have helped his cause a lot. Because this one's starting to think that this is not what he signed up for. And maybe he wants to go stand somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it'd be really helpful for those calves to get into a pen and stand there for a minute.
Yeah.
While he loaded these other ones, just to kind of
settle them down.
Yeah, just to settle it.
Send him on around here. Send him on around here. There you go. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah. The bad part is the one that I would be hoping to get there is the one that's on the outside edge still.
Yeah.
That's the one that came up and split the other 2 right there. There. That's a good thing to have happen, in my opinion. That calf can go and stand there and settle while he works around right here.
Well, one at a time. My clock on the board's gone off.
Yeah,
the screen here.
Say we're about 5:47. It says on the screen. I think I kind of take my chances on them right here too of hustling up there. I don't know what this I don't think you're going to have too bad of a time. And it's loading on the left-hand gate right there, isn't it?
Far side, over toward the
Sorry,
bleachers.
right-hand gate. So he's got to peel these guys out of here and load them again.
Yeah.
But he's got enough time to do it here if he can. Get him out of here and go stand himself in that hole.
Yeah.
Bring them all back past. Try and walk over there and help him out just a little bit. Get him going. It's got about a minute-ish, depending on where we're at, which it can be done. He just has got to do it all right the first time.
Yeah.
And hopefully get that black one out early on. There he goes. He's got 2 sorted. Coming up on about 30 seconds. He's got to keep Ike inside that pan.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's the calf right there. That one right there is the one I would want out of there quickly. There we go, and he's going to get it finished up. It looks like. Nice job for Shane. I know that's got to be a good feeling for Shane. He had 2 runs earlier he dropped a couple of obstacles with, but nice job for Shane coming in here in the finals and getting that all finished up.
Yep.
He needed a 6:11, it looked like, to get into the leader, but a finished run is looking pretty good no matter what number it's coming with right now.
261.
Next up, we have Tammy Yos and Daisy. On deck, Verona Butler and Eli.
So he only dropped he only dropped 1.
That's right. I forgot about dropping 1.
Yeah, right here.
Yes.
But I mean,
but that's how many completed rounds have we had so far?
I can only think of 1.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is it just
Brian
the one so
Jacobs.
far? Just Brian and Jolene?
Yeah.
Then next up, we're gonna have Tammy Yos and Daisy. I think Tammy's had a pretty nice finals as well. I think I've seen her in most of these open finals, or not open, but most of the finals that I think she was entered in.
Right.
In fact, this actually might even be a nursery and possibly a maturity dog. I think a nursery dog for sure, but
Yeah. We have a couple of those in the finals of the Open.
yeah. This makes this fetch right here really important to just to try it once and get it done and out of the way.
Yeah.
This one looking a little wide over here.
Yeah.
There she goes. Nice job. That's the one I would have took to get in there first, because these 2 over here look like they're fairly level-headed so far.
Yeah.
There she goes. Going to get them all the way in there. They can't send these other 2 either until they're inside that pen at that clear back by the number 2.
That'll be bonus points.
Yeah, ought to be. Yeah, plus another 9
Mention that
apiece,
to
right?
Steve, and you might see that next year.
There you go. Looks like a pretty even set of cattle right here too so far. Maybe that one smaller black calf might want to be hopefully a leader, but hopefully not one that heads out faster than the rest of the group. There she goes, she's got it all. There you go, that. You know, the one I thought might be a problem is clear in the back right now, so it shows how much I know. I don't know a thing. Looking pretty good right here. She can keep that dog back. His back.
I'd make sure these got out before I worried about their mothers. It's happened too many times.
Yes.
Yep, like right. Dad, gummit. Get on out of here.
That's right. This route, not necessarily a terribly bad route either, coming inside these panels here.
No.
It'd be pretty ideal if they went straight angled out of here, but at least they didn't get tangled up inside anything.
Right. I'm gonna turn my heater on now.
Yeah, you might just want to. Oof, nice catch right there.
Yep, hey, she's doing really good.
She is doing really good. She's through 4 heading to this first pin. Just over 3 minutes. It is getting to the point I might have to go find my jacket.
I see people pulling out blankets and coats and hoodies and everything else.
Yeah. Well, now you mention it, most everybody does have a coat on, don't they?
Mm-hmm. On this side anyway.
Yeah. There she goes. She got him caught.
And I like that idea right there.
I do too. That's a really nice idea of bringing them in or on that opposite side of the pen rather than.
If that one hadn't have been in the blooming hole crossways, it would work pretty good.
Blocking the hole completely off. There she goes. She's got one more that.
Bring it on around. Big way.
Yeah. There we go.
Awesome.
Nice job. She's in 438. Yeah, she can't go that way. I do think this is a pretty good idea right here of coming out. She probably needs to step a little further back though.
Yeah.
But a good transition to keep them over here instead of letting them out, but that one's going to be tough.
Yeah.
That's been the tough one from the start though. If she can sneak her way over and plug that hole, but still looking all right here. Nothing decided to. That red calf taking a little time to scratch its shoulder.
Yep.
She needs a little more promptness out of these guys. Don't they know this is a timed event?
Yeah.
Nice job. She got a good one going here, though.
Yes, she does.
Enough space inside this pen, too. They have a lot of other places to look.
Yep.
Watch this one right here. There, get that one out of the way. Get that one going. That red calf was trying to come out of there the whole time until she needed her to, and then she doesn't.
Yeah.
Nice job here.
She's done a
there
good job.
she goes. Nice job. Ooh.
6:35?
Yes.
Unofficially, because ours is not
yep.
right, but that is a good run.
Time to beat
That'll
it.
make life hard on the next 4 or 5, I promise.
That it will. I think it's going to hold her up. She's going to be in second, but that's a heck of a good run.
Okay, that was
It's going to put her in the lead for the round, though.
Full points of 270 and a time of 6:31.
Ooh.
Next up, we have Verona Butler and Eli.
Now this time to beat.
Thompson and Matt.
Is that the overall time to beat? What she needs for the overall?
That's what she needed to be overall.
Is that overall? Not. That's not making sense to me right at the moment.
Well, that's what she needs to move up to number 1 in average.
But what did Brian finish with though? He was a 7-something.
7-something. But he was so.
Yeah, he would have had a longer time than she did though.
Yeah.
So she still beat him in the round though, right?
Yes.
So she's winning the round.
Yep.
She came in later. She should be. That should put her in the front overall too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I see what you're saying. I thought I had it figured out, and then you throw the rings in it. All right, we got Verona and Eli. Run number 8, is that 8 or 9?
Yeah, run number 8. She's run number 8. She's in 16th place there. There she goes. Cleaning up those last two. Yeah, see, I think, here's my conclusion as I'm thinking. Might be wrong. I think now we have a 6:31 to beat on there. I think that's what it is for the round. So the time they've got up there needed, it's 6:31. That's to,
okay, just
6:31 is to be in the round.
Okay. There
she goes. She's got them both in, or all 3 in, I should say.
Yep.
Another dog that's had a handful of runs.
Oh,
maybe 2 handfuls of run actually this week.
Yeah, this dog has ran sheep and open field and junior.
Yep, junior. Oh, a little outside right there. All this bait sitting on the inside of this pen.
No, away.
She couldn't see him right there. She lost him behind all the other cattle there. There, I think this black calf right here's got to step up. Yep, there she goes.
Just like that.
There we go. Now she's off and rolling. She's got this black one's cutting around though. All right, she's just trying to get all of these guys just together and going.
Yeah.
She's got 3 of them that decides they need to go, and looking good right here though. Less that. Ah, shoot. Oh, now they all got to come out.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to keep his nose out of that for a minute. And the hard part right there, she finally just got some momentum with all of them.
Yeah.
To stop all that momentum and bring them back. Yeah, hopefully these guys will walk through the right. There, that calf's looking in the right spot. Little tough decision right there on where to put them and how many to send that way.
Having those obstacles kind of tight right there presents a problem in its own.
Yeah, she's got to get her back.
Eli, come here.
Yeah.
Eli. Walk.
Yeah. This might work out. I think she's going to get it done. There she goes.
Yeah.
Nice job. A lot of work right there, but she got it.
That saved a bunch of time.
Oh, that saved a lot of time. That was well worth the effort spent for it.
Come by, Eli. Come by, Eli. Oh. I thought that cow was going to walk back there.
It was looking pretty close. This black calf.
Yeah, walk on in there.
Yeah, that would be great.
She waved her arms and he stuck his nose in there. Big comeback.
Yeah,
big comeback. Big.
There.
Good.
Perfect.
Walk up, bro. Come on, bro.
Now, the only one I think could give her any fits is that little black calf that came in first. But he's looking away right now, so that's a good thing.
She can't walk up and help her dog. She can only walk away and open the opportunity for these cattle.
But then she's got to get back over there and shut that gate too before
they go in.
Before they go in.
They're not going in.
Nope. There, I think Verona's going to get over there. I might have, if I was her, just to help my cause, went and stood in that other opening, but it might not matter at all. But it might matter a lot right here.
I think Eli's responsive enough. If she gives him the flanks, she'll take it enough to influence him.
That's the only
might be a
nice
little
job.
bit too much. Yeah, he stood in the hole. Yep.
Perfect.
Okay. Worked like she thought.
Yeah, exactly. Worked just like she wanted it to. There she goes. .6:15. Should have plenty of time to get this done. But she's probably only got enough time for one chance
shot
at this.
Yeah. She's gambling right here a little bit with three head over there. And the gamble paid off so far. Keep rolling the dice.
That's right. There she goes. This black calf that's kind of been leading the group is still in the very back edge of this too. But it might not be too bad to have him left in here, because that'd give this red calf might be dead enough that it might take quite a little bit to get him out of there. Oh. And maybe not. There we go.
Hey.
Great job.
7:24.
Nice job. We're getting a good couple of finished rounds right here.
Yep.
So we're going to take that 7:24 and add it on to the 9:41 for the overall.
Okay, that was Verona Butler
like
with a full score of 270 and a time of
6:64, 5,
Next up, we'll have
6:65.
Mike Thompson
Which
and
that'll
Matt.
give another minute.
On
So
deck, Becky Combmes
anyway.
and CC Kate. In the hole, Angie Johnson and
17:05.
There you go.
You just live right over there?
Yeah, just right straight that way.
Straight that way.
Yeah, you look about where that tallest peak is in that power line right there. You drive a straight lane from right here to over there, that's about where it is.
So we probably passed your place when we took that road.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about, you talked about driving over past Zeke's and that. I'm about 3-4 miles north of that. So if you took the cutoff road there, and they call it the Narrows. Yeah, they call that the Narrows. So yeah, you turn off of that, you come down, make a big bend, come straight down there, and just before you cross the river down there is our place.
Okay. Cool. All right, here's my buddy from Hobbs America, Mike Thompson, and Nip. Depends on where you're talking to him at.
Yeah. That's funny because I actually heard that a couple of times. We can't remember. I think it was maybe in the field. He was calling him Nip for a little while.
That's what he calls him. I don't know that I've ever heard him say Nap. That's his registered name. I don't know where Nip come from. Somebody messed up. But in one other organization, I know at one time they had a dog named Nap by Mike Thompson, a dog named Nip by Mike Thompson had points.
Oh, really?
Yeah, same dog.
Same dog.
Yeah, same dog.
The difference a letter makes, right?
Yep. Or in our part of the country, it could just be pronunciation.
Ah, that could be too. Just how it was interpreted.
Yeah. I went to, I'll not even tell that. I went to Ace Tractor Supply the other day. No, Dollar General. I was looking for a bag of ice across the road over there. Boy sitting in a room behind the counter, and I finally got him quit looking at his phone.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, you got any ice?" He looked at me like I had two heads. Ice. What? I said, bag of ice. I said, I-C-E. I said, I spelled it too fast, I guess. I-C-E. He said, no, we don't have any. I said, okay. I said, told my wife, I said, I got to work on my speech.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
It was. I get that a lot.
Yeah, the older I get too, shooting guns and different things, I have to ask for clarification quite often anymore. Some things that I thought I heard isn't what I really were said. He's got one in there, one in the wrong one. There he goes. Just teaching him how to do it for later.
Yeah.
There he goes. Got all 5 of them there.
Yep.
Nip was going to take a lot longer, a lot bigger.
Yeah. Nip will get
outrun
wide
right
on
there.
you.
Will he?
Big outrun, yeah. And I don't know if it's got a lot to do with it. I've had some dogs before. The older the guy, the bigger the outrun guy.
Yeah.
But he is an import. So
okay.
A little sheepdog kind of deal in him. So I think that matters a lot.
I think so. There he goes, but he's got these guys moving off really nice.
Yeah.
This is a good start to it all right here. He's gonna have to watch the outside because he's got
big way, big way, big way, big way, big way.
There he goes.
Oh yeah, come by now.
The microphone right there, you can hear him skating by you along the fence.
Yeah.
And this would be a nice help if he got him right here to where he could send him inside this. That sets him up a little bit better for that number 2.
He watched him a little too much.
Yeah, he did. There he goes. Now let's move away. Good job. And that's these cattle too. The course has always been clear to the outside edge of number 4. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the case we got too wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got too far down there and this black calf seen him.
Yeah.
There he goes. Now they're still wanting to go inside of that.
Yeah.
All right, looking better now. That calf sees the opening.
Yeah. No, Mike.
Oh, I was going to say.
Mike.
Ah,
Mike.
yeah. Oh, keep sending him. Keep sending him.
That hurt.
Yeah, that one was tough.
Yeah.
And maybe at this point, ooh.
No.
This one you might just say, okay,
Yeah.
4 out of 5 was good enough. And
Yeah, it's gonna get touch and go.
Yeah, go to the pen. I don't know with what do we got, 3 minutes left.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. I do know dropping that one's not going to win it for you either, though.
No, it's not gonna win. It's not gonna win the round. So
Nope, not going to win the round. Not going to win the overall. I think that's what Mike is going to do.
yeah.
I think he's.
I don't know if he couldn't tell how far the dog was or how far that cow was. Or
Yeah,
what,
and
but
that's a 2-inch wide panel.
Yep, I caught the 2-4 rule.
Yeah.
The cow's nose is 4 inches wide and the panel's 2, and it don't take but 2 inches to mess up.
That's exactly right. From 100 feet away.
Yeah.
And it is. I was down there earlier. That is a tough little angle. You got gray
Yep.
panels here, gray panels there, and gray panels
Yep.
behind them.
Yep.
He's going to walk out this way too. The other thing that does too, right there, if you can catch the eye of those cattle,
Draws them.
it draws them to you.
Yep.
They see you and they see you move away, and it kind of pulls them to that opening. He's going to go get on the inside.
Yep.
Go help get some movement right here. And that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see right there. Come right around Mike.
Send him right on around.
Yeah. Yeah, keep him going. That white calf's going to
Yeller
pull right
coming.
out of there. Oh, he got there just a touch fast.
Spook him the other way.
Yeah, I was going to say a little bit of excitement right here is not a bad
Spook
thing
him the
either.
other way. Split him.
There he goes.
Hurry.
There he goes. Sometimes it's crazy right there too. You see that Bali calf just standing underneath
Yep.
Mike's armpit.
Yep.
Sometimes you look at that dog and you miss it.
Right. So
Nice job. 721.
Yep. Gonna
Or-
drop 9.
Yeah, gonna drop 9 points.
261.
But that's on that bet right there on coming off of number 4. This is best case scenario, getting it finished.
Yep. In that situation for Mike, it was.
Must already got one out of the pen already. 4 leaving. That one wanted out quick.
Yep.
Okay, so that was 261 points at a time of 7:21. Mike Thompson and Matt. Next up, we'll have Becky Combmes and CC Kate. On deck, Angie Johnson and Double J Bobby. In the hole, Keith Gillian and PR Rue.
Well, I do know this isn't Nina Clark and Beth.
Becky Clark. I mean,
Becky Combmes. Yep.
Yeah.
And not Brian Jacobs and Beth either. Not run 3. This is Becky Combmes. Can't remember the dog's name. Kate. Yeah, that's right. So if you hear us down in the trailer, this is Becky Combmes and Kate. There we go. She's off and heading. Little wide. Oh, darn it. That's, again, we talked about it earlier, but kind of a little tough right there. There's not a lot of time for bobbles and retries.
No, not if you want to win.
Not if you want to win, for sure. And that's another thing that plays in this is as we progress on in these times, get quicker for those handlers coming in, and they're watching all these timeouts, or not quite getting it finished. What does that kind of start playing in your head too?
Yeah. Depends on how far ahead you are, and
yeah.
Which I think everybody's got full scores.
I think so. I think everybody was full scores coming in.
I mean, that's why they took a couple of extra, because they were in the ultimate. So they took them, if they had full scores, they took them. So if nobody, what foot you got my head pulled?
Oh, sorry.
Well, it's just me. I do it all the time. Stepping on a course. I mean, we're at number 10, so we got 13 more to go, roughly.
Yep.
I mean, you're looking at the top 10s probably, unless they draw something just unworkable, they're probably not going to bobble. I think if we're from 11 downs playing for the rounds and try to move up as far as national standings and that kind of stuff, the game's going to be won in the top 10, because there's too many guys up there that I know can get it done. James Butler come back high team in the nursery a while ago and just mashed the gas.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the door and told him, I got it.
That's right. And that's the composure of being in there and the pressure of doing it.
Yeah, being there enough.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
The one thing is, though, you get one that maybe bobbles just a little bit, that might take a little extra attention. All of a sudden, that starts fast forwarding things in your mind.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, a little trickle of water turns into a whole pile of water, and I guess that's the reason we run the race, right? That's the reason why we.
Yep.
That's the reason why we line them up and run them through. Because stranger things have happened for sure.
Oh yeah.
Nice job putting them in there.
Sometimes I just don't understand how time eats. Like, she's at 3 minutes, and it didn't seem like it took her that long.
It did not seem that long, did it?
But she's a minute behind where she needs to be right now.
Yeah. So I think they've got this time switched around here too. So looks like she's got to come in with a 6:55. I think that's to take the overall now.
Yeah, it's got to be. So I don't know.
Flipping around through a few angles here, right at the moment. Nice job. Ooh, now we can watch where that dog is. She's got him up there.
They did that a while ago. That's pretty nice. You can tell what's going on.
Yeah, nice job keeping her off to that away side and against the arena.
Boy, at most trials, it's not that big a deal. But if your dog won't go under a panel at Mountain States,
that is,
you're in trouble.
That is 100%. Yeah, we talked about that a lot in the sheep down there, because on the sheep panels, those are a wire panel clear to the ground,
Yeah, actually, I saw a dog at number 3 today come around through there and give him an away flag. Just going to give him a little. He went,
oh yeah,
right in that panel, like, hey, it ain't open, boss.
I can't go that way. Yeah, it's. I think it was on anyway a day, maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, somewhere in there. They had a little bit of a dead end V going into the outgate. And you had 2 that came around behind the handler's box, and that was a lot of surprise dogs when they came on a flank around there, and it was a closed end.
Yeah.
But it's always an interesting thing that you like, or that I like looking at, is some of those dogs won't go underneath a panel, and some do it very quickly and very easily.
Yeah.
And that gives you an advantage for sure.
Yep.
All these pieces just standing still right at the moment.
Yeah.
she's got these 3 hanging out in a decent spot, though. At least they're not creating a problem where they're at. This black calf at the end is taking his sweet time catching up for sure. Yeah, here's a pretty good example of needing one to go under a needing to go under a panel.
Yeah.
There she goes. Looking better right there. She's down to a couple, about a minute 30.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work still to be done right here. There, a little bit of sunshine coming up. That warmed up for a second right there.
You say.
Yeah. They're just getting a little farther down along here than she wants them to, needing that gate right there. All of them standing looking at it, but none of them wanting to go in it. Well, there's
I think it's a combination. I don't know, her dog's kind of vapor locking at the wrong times a little bit there. Maybe she kicks out a little bit too far.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is a fine line of being too far out and losing contact and being too tight.
Yeah.
Just a little too much to do.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go grab me a coat real quick before we got a break. I'm going to grab a coat, and I'll be right back.
All right, that was Becky Combmes and CCK with a score.
I got my hood on, can't get.
Next up, we have Angie Johnson and Double J Bobby. On deck, Keith Gillian and PR Rue. In the hole, Angie Johnson and Double J Bobby.
Whoosh. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where y'all watching this from. If you're on the live feed, it ain't freezing yet, but I swear it couldn't get that way. They say it's going to snow at 6,000 feet elevation tomorrow evening maybe, and I hope that I'm way gone before that happens. It's Angie Johnson, Double J Bobby from Artesia, New Mexico. It's called back number 11. No, this is run number 11. So this is 12. All right, in the pen at number 2 with all 5 head. Pretty good time right here. Dodged the bullet completely yet. They bailed on her. Got them regroup. And overflanked again. Gonna move on. Cattle been a little more reactive than some of the other sets we've had, and they're kind of reacting to everything that happens. Just having trouble getting them wadded back up. Got to drive them in this 4-foot hole over here, all 5 of them. So they've got to be pretty close together or single file. And right now they're not doing either one. kind of let them regroup there and settle down. Got the little dog settled down. Dog's a little fast dog, and a lot of action creates action, so sometimes.
Thank you, Angie Johnson and Double J Bobby. Points 171. Next up, we have Keith Gillian and T. Otto Rue. And next, Angie Johnson and Double J Bell. In the hole, Brian Jacobs and G.S. Steph.
All right, this is Keith Gillian from Ethel, Louisiana, and P.R. Rue. This is a young dog. This is also a nursery dog. Keith's an old hat at this. This ain't his first rodeo, but I believe it is the first time he's ever been out here to the Mountain States Finals. I talked to him earlier about it and told him, I said, you'll have fun, your dogs will compete, and here he is. I think he's got two of his dogs in the finals here in Oakland. Good job there, coming in the fetch. He's got his dog sitting on the look back. Yeah.
Okay, that was a blow rather than a sniff for anybody that was listening. Okay, I'm going to break Stuart for a few minutes here and finish off Keith Gillian's run, PR row. That wind is really starting to howl out here. It's been overcast. It's been kind of cool all day. Not cold, but cool. I had to go get a bigger jacket. And my butt was getting sore. So Stuart needed to go get a Coke and go warm up in the outhouse. What do you guys think about this double lift situation, working 5 cattle for the final round of the Open? That's kind of cool. Something we don't always get an opportunity to do is work 5 head, and I haven't seen any places yet other than right here at the finals where we have a double lift and get our dogs to look back and bring us back too. Kind of fun. These guys are doing a really good job. You probably hear the wind howling through my microphone. It's just right here in the bleachers. It's kind of like a wind tunnel almost. That wind coming kind of right out of the northwest. It's really changed from what it's been. This day it's cooled down probably 12, 15 degrees from what it's been in the past. Still nice, just a little overcast and cloudy. Keith comes from Ethel, Louisiana. I haven't seen Keith in several years. And I was really surprised the other night at dinner. We kind of sat across from each other, and he was sitting next to a friend of mine, and all of a sudden he knew who I was. He said, "I haven't seen you for years," and I was really surprised. This gentleman has probably won as many or more national titles with his dogs over the years of his career than anybody else. He shows in several different national associations and is just an excellent trainer and handler. So let's see where he is. He comes in here 14th place after 2 rounds. Or 12th. Yeah, he's 12th, so we got 11 more to go. This is an 8-minute course. He's got 2 full scores with a total time of 8:42, so about 4+ minutes a run. When we get down to the top few, they're going to be probably 6-minute totals out over 2 runs, and that's good. And you know, to be consistent at this level of competition is what's important. I just talked to a friend of mine, Nathan Myers, who's going to come up here in a while. His wife Tiffany has been showing in the novice class and had done quite well. And I think he said he's like, I don't know, 9th or 10th back or something like that. He's not necessarily up at the front, but he said his goal every year is to come here and get into the finals. That means you've got to be consistent. You keep getting full score runs, even though you might be a little long on a few of them. It's a long average here, you know, 3 full goes. This course particularly is really intricate. The last one in for the novice and the intermediate, course was a lot tougher than the one in the first go or the second go, but they've added a complete different dimension to this one in the way it's set up, what has to happen, how you sort them. That's why it's an 8-minute course rather than a 6-minute course. So it will be taking a little bit longer. Okay, Keith has got him into the pen. All he's got to do is open the gate, get him out, not let him out the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close the gate. Rose already running around there. They've got to pin him through, I think, the far right opening, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They went in the left, so now they've got to come out. Turns them around. Up, there goes his time. Whoa, that wind is blowing so hard it just blew the monitor that I'm looking at sideways. I'd hate to lose one of these for the folks. They're probably moderately expensive.
Point 225. Next up, we have Angie Johnson and Double J Bell. On deck, Brian Jacobs and GS Dex. In the hole, Nathan Myers and Simon.
Oh, that wind is really starting to howl. Okay, coming in now is Angie Johnson, Double J Bell from Artesia, New Mexico. I understand that her and Guy have just recently moved back to Oregon, where they are originally from, I think. So, kind of welcome them back to the West Coast. Let's see how Bell does. Angie calls for her cattle. They're going to set 3 out the first time. Set out crew does a fantastic job. Bell comes around and picks them up. Got him. Oh, missed that. They got to enter the fetch through the panels on the cattle's right where that black one's going in right now. Bell go around and pick up the red one, turn them around. Hopefully the black one just stays right there, draws them both in. Yep, gonna draw the other black one in. Yeah, there goes old red. Right through. Now they're down to obstacle number 2. Okay, we got one standing in the alleyway. Bell's got to bring the other 2 back around. Load them up. One doesn't want to play. One standing in the alleyway. Angie goes around to the other side to block them. There's a little picture of little better picture of what we might be looking at. You know, okay, she's got them in. She's got to hold them in there. She called for the second 2. This is called a double lift. These can come any way they want. Doesn't matter that she doesn't get any extra bonus points for getting them through. They could have come around, she gets the same score. She's got to load these up with the other 2. One kind of wants to go in. That other heifer just is independent thinker, as we say. Let's see what Angie's thought process is to wrap them around this obstacle. The other two are holding in real good. Oh, good idea. Good idea. Here comes one of the head live feed guys. Actually, this is one of the guys who was putting on the comedy show the other day. Sean, if you're listening, he's right here. He's flipping you, saying hello to you is what he's doing. Yeah, hi. Yeah, I had a buddy that really enjoyed your guys. Yeah, he said they're cracking me up. Okay, he's taping down the monitor. Hopefully the wind won't blow it away. That gets a little scary when these things start flying. That feels pretty secure there. Okay, Angie's getting them all out now. She's going to move down here to obstacle number 3. She's about 4.5 minutes, so she's better than halfway through her course time on an 8-minute course. You can see that gives you a little picture of the wind blowing. You know, Angie's hair is going a little sideways on her. I hate that when that happens. Okay, these are all going in. But they've got to go out the exit to the cattle's left. There's multiple exits to come out, but only one correct way. Okay, I'm going to put the last one in, then she's going to send her come by, pick them all up. Nice stockmanship there. Yeah, actually, we had a red one hanging down here by the fence. Excuse me. Now we're moving on to obstacle number 4, and you know, all the other days we just kind of went around the outside of this obstacle. Now we've got another opening in the middle of the panels there where some cattle are heading that way. Red is again an independent thinker. Got to turn them around, but once we turn these around, they want to head back to the exhaust gate. So here, instead of having to chase 3 of them, we've got to chase 5 of them. So now he's got to go figure out how he's going to get, how she's going to get. If she pushes them up with the other ones and they mix, she's going to be down. Okay, so she's lost a couple points there, and we'll see where she is. She is probably going to just continue to move into the load, into the pen, because she's getting short of time. These 2 black calves just walked by the opening. Bill's got to come around and get them directed. Now he's going to go all the way around and pick up the other ones. And got to work them all together. You can't work one here and one there. You got to get them all grouped up. And you can see how much more difficult working just 5 head is to 3. So just think of what these dogs have to do when they're out running 100 head of cattle or more and trying to keep them somewhat grouped up and trail them down. So good dog is worth his weight in gold. Okay. Angie is still standing behind the handler's line. She's got to do all this work from away, you know, a pretty good distance away from her dog. So there goes her 8 minutes. She should be proud of the accomplishment in the first 2 rounds and getting to this final round. She had 2 full runs competition is tough, and this is a tough course. The openings here are not as big as they have been in the past. And like in that pen that she was working on, that opening is on the side rather than on the front where the cattle see it when they come down the fence line. So it's a little more difficult to get them in. Okay. Well, now we've got my good friend Brian Jacobs and GS Dex. Dex is short for dextrose, I think. Okay, guys, well, Stuart's coming back. He's gotten something to drink and warmed up in the outhouse. So I'm going to turn it back to him.
All right, that was Elliot Roberts taking just a minute there where I could go to the bathroom. It's Brian Jacobs and GS Dex, made in California, coming here at 10th place. We're getting down to the where it counts. Brian's got 3 in the hole and 2. Give a look back. Comes the other 2. Dex is off and running. You don't have to bring them through the fetch on the second 2. Just got to get them brought up here and put them in pin number 2. Or you can start 3, 4, 5, and 6. Goes in, got to shove them all the way past the opening of 2 and bring them out. I think he used that in his bait and held his dog there where he knew he could get it around and stop it, get it turned around, and send his dog around. Yeah. Good plan. Well, he's got to get him sent, send his dog away, and get him bent to the inside hole. Thompson went to get a jacket. I guess he got froze between here and there. Either that or couldn't find a jacket. But Brian's got a good run going here. He already had 1. Let that calf trot on around, show him a dog. May he'll turn around and see the hole. Good plan, just didn't work out like he thought it was fixing to. Get one in there and use it for bait. Get the others over here pointing, looking at it. Maybe it'll go right in there. Having to pin them one at a time ain't ideal right here with time clicking. 5:45. There's the third one. Just having to pin them one at a time. Right here, if you can create some movement and get them pointing over there toward that hole, ain't necessarily a bad thing. Get them in the pen, they want to move. Then you can get them moving. One. So that little bit of disturbance there. Call your dog, Brian. And just like that, 7:37, and he needed a 7:48 to get her done. Ryan Jacobs and Dex.
Okay, that was Brian Jacobs and GS Dex. A full score of 270 and a time of 7:37. Next up, we have Nathan Myers and Simon. On deck, Keith Gillian and Rockin' G. Angus. In the hole, Frankie Acasta and / J. Annie.
Nathan Myers and Simon from Colville, Utah, coming in at number 9. Here we go. fetch. Got to call him out. Look back. 2 more coming. All right, he got them all 5 pin at 2:33. Got to get them out and head on down the road. He's got them split out in the wrong holes. Gonna have to bring them all back past this entrance up here. I did that to split up on him. Started trotting back toward the exhaust. Too tight in there. All right, we got it done. Missed one. Keeps missing one, dropping one. He ain't paying attention to the backside. got a run going here, 5:50 through 4. He's in 2.5 minutes or less to. All right, that's going to help draw him right here. Hopefully. Should. Small opening, 4-foot walk through. It's tough loading them right here. Got a minute, open that gate and get them pinned. Thirty seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2. All right. Let's make Mherin sound go.
Okay, thank you, Nathan Myers and Simon. That was 225 points. Next up, we have Keith Gillian and Rockin' G. Angus. On deck, Frankie Acasta and / Big Annie. In the hole, back Brady and Mom.
All right, comes Keith Gillian and Angus. Angus is a dog that's had for a while. He's pretty old. He does really good with him. He knows everything. Him and Keith know each other well. Comes to us from Ethel, Louisiana, Rockin' G. Angus. This is run number 16 of 23. We're inside the top 10. Good job on the fetch. Calls for a second set. Shot him right in there. Here we go. Got him out there, so this guy's points for 1 and points for 2. That didn't help nothing. It's tight here because I got panels against this wall, and there's really nowhere for them dogs to go unless they go under a panel and do it pretty easy. Having to work pretty hard for this set of points. We still got a pretty good crowd here. Some of the locals looks like they might have left, but we still got a lot of the handlers here from all divisions and watching this top 10 of the Open. Come by. Oh, can Angus get there? And he can. All right, that's a pretty good regroup and finish at number 3. About 2 minutes. White cow just stuck in the gate. 7 minutes to go. All right, got them pinned. They can open the gate. 7.5 minutes. All right. Run out of time here with Angus.
Okay, that was Keith Gillian and Rockin' G. Angus. A score of 225. Next up, we have Frankie Acasta and Slash J. Annie. On deck, Zach, Brady, and Molly. In the hole, Angie Johnson and Mike.
All right, up next is Frankie Acasta and Annie. Cattle. Here we go. Annie's off and running to come by sides. Comes in there, walk up. Nice job putting them in two, those first three. Nice job on the look back, sending on a come by outrun. This is a nice little dog. It's one dog of the year in the fraternity, dog of the year in the nursery. It may have been reserve open dog. I can't remember exactly, but I know it was first two. Just a nice little dog. Nice move there, Frankie and Annie. Nice job. That's got to come out. It's out. Nice. .601. .601 for Frankie Acasta and Annie. What a nice run. That will put the pressure on the top 5.
Good job, Frankie Acasta and Flash J. Annie. That was 4 points of 270, a time of 6:01. That is our new official leader.
What a run. Good run.
Sorry, unofficial leader. I can't say anything official. Okay, next up we have Zach, Brady, and Molly. On deck, Angie Johnson and Mike. In the hole, Sonny, Mherin, and Gillian.
All right, this is Zach, Brady, and Molly, Blackfoot, Idaho. Saw this dog earlier in the nursery finals. So this is a young dog running in two classes here at the national finals. 2 in the pen, or 3 and number 2 in the pen. Went back and pick up number 2. Trot them right in there. Go around the backside and push them out. We can go to number 3. All right. Now he's going to re-rack them. What a nice run going here with Zach, Brady, and Molly. He's at 5:15. Got a little exuberant there. He's got to get all of them together, but he's got to get them out of the pen and then re-rack them. Now he can sort them. right. He needed a 6:31. And he was at 6:57. So it'll be a little bit short to take the lead.
Good job, Zach.
That was
Brady
run number
and Molly.
19 of
That was full points of
number 18
270, a time
of 23.
6:57. Unofficially for this round, that would be third place.
5 to go.
Next up, we have Angie Johnson and Mike. On deck, Sonny Mherin and Dylan. In the hole, Chance Horox and JJ Sage.
Johnson and Mike. It's your top 5. Missed the fetch on the first try. You get to retry it here. It's got to come through the north side and then come through the middle of the fetch. See them cattle drift off. We can get them bent around there where they can look through the obstacle over there at the hole. Still working on getting these first 3 into pin 2 of obstacle 2. Wind's been blowing for an hour here. That little front moving in, they say it's going to produce some snow tomorrow. All right. Nice job there, Angie Johnson. Tyson left to get a coat an hour and a half ago. I'm assuming he's froze to death somewhere. She called back for the other 2. They sent them. They got her moving toward number 2. Got to pin them all. And then she can bring them out and start the rest of her course. Got to get around, push them back. I got to come in the middle of 4. All right, she's working on it. Got to get them regrouped and pointed in the right direction. They kind of wandered off from the hole. This is a tough obstacle. That's a 4-foot walk through, right out in the middle of an arena, and there's 5 heads, so it's really tough to get those in there. A lot of people have been getting it done. It's been 1 or 2 at a time. Still working on it. Timeout, trying to get them in the pen. Number 5.
Good try, Angie Johnson and Mike. That was 180 points. Next up, we have Sunny Mherin and Dylan. On deck, Chance Horox and KJB Sage. Sunny Mherin and Dylan. On deck, Chance Horox and KJB Sage. In the hall, James Butler and Eve.
All right, this is Sonny Mherin and Dylan from Thayer, Kansas, coming back in the 4th callback spot. Here we go. Getting tight at the top now. Ooh, that ain't gonna. That was looking good till it wasn't. Thought there was gonna run through there for him, make a heck of a fetch time. Well, I got a little trotty group, and they're trotting in the wrong direction. And the fetch is such a big obstacle with the panel there in front of it that it presents a problem for dogs to get around if they don't want to go under a panel. So they got to get under that panel pretty good. But Sonny knows how to handle it. Dylan, he's a good dog, so we're not really worried. Nice look back. He just told him look. He turned around, took off. That's a look back. Bring him on. Sonny's going to try to speed this apparatus up right here because he lost a little time down here at 2 with the first group, and a little bit at the fetch. So he's trying to play catch up right here. This group's trotty. If you can just get them together and trot in the right direction. That there won't take a haze. That might be the only thing I saw. It might be Sonny's fault, just a little bit over flank there. All right, here we go. Send him. Then come on. Got to make up some time. See if these trotty calves will trot in the right direction for you, Sonny. Dylan's been in several national championship fights and won some dogs a year and all kinds of awards. So this is nothing new to him being here at the top of the short go. This is the first set that's come out and kind of headed in the right direction, not veering off to the left. Take a haze. Take a haze. All right, work it, Sonny. What started out looking not too good is looking pretty good right now. These trotty cattle, when they trotty and you can bend them, you can help make up time. I don't know what he's doing here. He's going to see Dylan come by and reverse flank there. Let them cattle come on around, stop himself. Oh, it's that same old one. Excuse me. Getting late today. I've been up since a long time ago. Same old one wants to trot off every time. Not really going nowhere, just ain't going to nothing. Sun's getting slow in the sky over here. Of course, it don't get dark till 10 o'clock, so we got daylight. Got 3 more runs to go after this one. couldn't hardly see that third one over against that black tarp. The lights was kind of in my eyes, and he was dark, and I couldn't figure out where the other one was there for just a minute. Big Combmes. All that cow had to do was look. He chose to look the other way. Eating clock. Come out down there at 3:40 something. Now we're at 6 minutes here. One's come out. One don't want to cooperate. That cow back right by the thing with his head sticking in it. We are eating clock. 6:45. They just don't intend to go in there. We're done burn up 2.5 minutes right here on this one. Finally gets the one back in there, and the black one, he's still. Sonny's going to burn it out right here. I hate it for him. Dylan coming back fourth high call in the open. Yeah, Sonny ain't happy with that cow.
I think we're going to have barbecue tonight. Okay, that was Sonny, Mherin, and Gillian with a score of 180. Next up, we have Chance Horox and KJB Sage. On deck, James Butler and Eve. In the hole, Steve White and MISRJ.
Got 3 to go. 24 minutes. 30 minutes to go. Do what? I hear you. All right, this is Chance Horox and KJB Sage from La Pointe, Utah. Whoa, Lord of mercy. Trot them right through there in 16 seconds. I've had these headsets on so much today, my ears are starting to hurt. Gate. This is one of the few times right here when I give you the other two on the double lift that you can just kind of push them at least halfway, and then shut them down right there. Let them see the cattle. Like, oh, me on a nose flank. Uh-oh. Didn't need that to come out. Don't need the rest of these to come out. Of course, he's got to back up behind the handler's line, so he can't come help. This is all dog right here. All right, now get him out. Come on. I think this little dog can get him out too. Pretty good coming out of 3. They all kind of want to come out veering to the left of the north side. That's a really good deal there on number 4. Putting them in the middle and walking them out. And he's got a chance, but this dadgum clock keeps ticking down here at 5. And it is a hard deal to put them in that 4-foot hole out in the middle of the pen. So basically 5 is your pin for 6. Pin points on 6 don't count. That's strictly got to get them in there to sort them. Man, this has been tough right here. The final sort hadn't been that bad, really, but getting them in this pen right here and getting them out, and it's been kind of tough. He's got 3 minutes to do it. That tells you how good Frankie Acosta's run was a while ago. I think he was 6:01. That tells you how really good that run was. What a tremendous job he did getting those cattle in there and getting them out and getting them sorted. I mean, phenomenal. 6:01 is still leading around. They just don't want to look in there. There's no definition to it much. Just a 4-foot hole, and it kind of got no backdrop to put them through. He's got them wadded up right there looking at it. Oh, they were trying to go in 4 abreast then. No room, so he got to go around and get that other one back. All right, got it done at 6.5 minutes. That's just, they come in here at 3, eat up 2 minutes, 2.5. Trying to get these boogers in there, and I can't get them out. 6:45. That and don't count because they're not all out and his gate ain't shut. So wherever it's at, he's got to come bring it out with the rest of them. And that, there goes 2, and that don't count. He's got to get them all out at a minute. And 2 of them are hung up in the hole and gives him 30 seconds. Little dog sure is working good. 15 seconds. This nail is in the coffin. Chance Horox, KJB Sage, nice effort. Nice effort.
225 points.
Just too much time eating up on redos and that kind of stuff.
Steve White and MSSA.
We got 2 left, 2 good ones. Got 2 left and 2 good ones. We have James Butler and Eve. James Butler and Eve won a nursery earlier today. So James has a chance to double time them here tonight. And earlier in the year, and Jess, I think was the name of the dog that won the Open USBCHA and the Nursery USBCHA back earlier in the year. So he was a 2-timed them there on that day and has a chance here today. All depends on what he does and then what Steve White does coming back as a high team back. This is James Butler and Eve. And I said earlier, I have a puppy of this dog that we're really excited about. But he's still young, 18 months old, but he's taking training real well and doing really well. But right here's the baby mama. Now, let's see what James can do. He needs to be 6:54, nearly 7 minutes. So he can't waste no time. He can't waste no effort. Everything's got to be spot on. I know it's just a minute off of 8 minutes, but right in here, we got to do some wheeling and dealing because one of them is splitting. He's going to bring them around and stop that one. He got 1, 2 in the wrong hole. Got to bring them back. Walk up, Eve. Come by, Eve. Every little tick of the clock that's not going forward and through the correct hole is detriment to your success in this event. Now, he's done a great job of regrouping fast. He's still at 42 seconds. Need to be at 28, 29, 30. Now, he's got him trotting. If he just got to bend him and shoot him in there where he can get it regrouped. And that guy at the gate need to be watching. I'd be hollering just as soon as I saw the tailhead. Nice there. Walk up. Walk up. Now, wave. Wave. Here they come. All right, she saw him. It's little bitty things. This is a good battle right here. I don't know who's still leading, but I'm thinking Frankie's got to be close to being the leader right now. It's unofficial, of course. So these two are playing against Frankie's time, and Brian Jacobs had a good run too. Shoots them in there. Got to get them across there. Got them there. Come on, bring them out. I like to watch these young dogs run. This dog's a nursery dog still, and she will bite. Get them out. James will get something moving. Now, he's a gambler. He will push the envelope till it pops. Sometimes it opens with candy in it, sometimes it's not. Uh-oh. That will hurt. That will hurt. He had him trotting and moving and going a little bit fast, and one got backed out on him. It ain't gonna slow him down. He ain't gonna quit mashing. Cows bellowing over there in the catch pen. The ones that bellowing for them over here, they ain't got their mind on going through obstacles. They got their mind on trying to rookie. Now we got a camera angle. Well, we don't have it up there. Just seeing what I'm seeing. Help us out, cow, and go the right way. Gaines is gambling on that and falling that leader out. And it did. He gambles a lot. Takes chances, calculated chances. He reads cattle really well. I've been around James enough. I know his whistles on his dogs and stuff. And he's watching that and see if it's going to lead them others. Watch that in the middle. Third cow, third cow, third cow. Good. Wheel, 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 wheel. Bingo. Come on. Come on. Love to have seen it be out of here and up here at 3 minutes, but I told you he'd stir the pot. Got the one that stopped. It was kind of run off. Others stopped looking in the right direction. 1, 2. This is one of them deals you got to kind of pin them one at a time. It's a son of a gun. Now you thought he went and got that other one, but he's right now, I'm telling you, he's trying to pin them one at a time. That tried to come out, he saw it, sent it back. Don't want him coming in and out. That bellering huzzy there is causing trouble. She's either hungry, lonely, or something, but she is causing trouble. You got to pin them all, James. They ain't staying put for him. Three again. Pretty good move there. Trying it again. But they won't stay put for him. Usually today, nearly every run, if I got 1 or 2 in there, they stayed and the rest of them draw to it. This group is not wanting to stay in there. He's put them in put 3 of them in there twice. Finally. Come on. Now that he wants them out, they won't leave. He's got time. I mean, it's going to be tight now to go in there. Got to bring them out. It's going to take a Hail Mary right here. $30 seconds. Seconds. There's one. Two. Three. Four. Oh! Man, I know y'all think I'm yelling and screaming, but James my friend, and I'm rooting for him every time he runs. I like to watch him run. It's just, if any of them cows had stayed in 5 and held others where he could have put them to them, I promise you he'd have got it done. But they just wouldn't stay hooked in there to him. Eve worked her guts out, and
next up, we have
that's the
Steve
way
White
it is.
and MSSA.
Now, here's my other buddy, Steve White. High team back with MISR Jace. Now, he's got to get it done. It ain't a gimme. He's high team back, but Frankie Acosta's sitting there in the wings waiting to see what happens. Jace just went over and laid down and said, hey, boss, I'm ready. He's got to be 706. James had to be 654. That's how close he was. Got to be 706. This is also a nursery dog. Not a fraternity dog. Young dogs here in the open. Here we go. Oh, Lordy. When the stars line up, they line up. I'm talking about eggs through a funnel, guys. 13 seconds out there. They split and scattered on him. They come through the fetch on their own, running hard and coming in the right direction. Now he's got him over there. He's got to bring him out and around over here where he's standing. He's just waiting on the dog to gather him up. He really needs to just be smooth and finish here, and I think he can do it plenty of 7 minutes. We got to move them, though. Standing clock eats time. Standing cattle eat time. There they go. They all got to go all the way in. Tailhead in, they're in. Let's get them out. 203, he's ahead of the pace. Even with all that trouble. That's how good the fetch was, and that's how good the one running in there helped him. Get him out. might have hurt him there, but he had to send that dog that far. He'd like for them cattle been coming through there at a little better angle to not have to come so far up the pen. But he had to make sure that he didn't bobble right there and miss one, had to go back and redo number 3. Now he's got plenty of space over here to work with to get these cattle back and down around number 4. Be a little touch and go right here and make sure it gets clean. Gets it clean the first time. Right. Up. Come on, Steve. That V's hard. There ain't nowhere for him to go. That dog's looking at the other 4 instead of this one. Now he's got him. Walk up. Okay, there. He's gonna play a game of cheese right here. He's gonna put one in there. Go get the rest of them and say, y'all go to your buddy. Tried that with James a while ago and it didn't work. The blooming things would go in 2 or 3 and then the rest of them wouldn't go in. They'd come out. And finally got them. It was too late to get the sort down here. You got about 10 seconds getting it done. There's one. This is an Oscar. You got to pin them one at a time. Don't cross the line. Steve's walking up down the line holding the fence. This is the fence holder. All right, he saw it coming. He barely got him stopped, but barely's good enough right now. At 5:47 and ticking. Gambled right there. Went over and stopped him, sent him away. Good boy. Come by, come by, come by, come by, come by. Good boy. Everything's going his way right now. All right, here we go. Steve designed the course, and he's asking the judge up there if this is first. He's the one who designed the course. All he's got to do is finish. Well, he's got 34 seconds to win, so it ain't all he's got to do. That's old Frankie sitting there waiting on the well. He's hustling. I think he's about run out of time to be the champion, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not official. I'm not official. 7:14 on the clock. United City had to be 7:06 to win, but that's a good run. He got it done.
Good job, Steve White and MISRJ's full points and time of 7:14. We will have awards over at the building in about 30 minutes, about 9 o'clock. See you all there.
Okay. So we'll find out here in a little bit who wins. About 30 minutes. I'm thinking Steve is reserve and Frankie is the winner. That's my calculations. They are unofficial. We are out of here for 2025.